I'm sure that sounded great. Yes, it's me. Kyle Streams. How's everybody doing? I am going to revisit my normally bad idea of batch painting. All right, I'm back again. Who am I? What am I doing? Painting. Yes. I got these tanks. These tanks need to be painted. Also, hello, Lunar Yagi and Lauren. Hope you both are doing well. Where was I? I got these tanks, and I stopped work on them a long time ago, and I need to pick them back up where I left off. Trying to figure out where that was. Mostly in the edge highlighting stage. I believe there is some cleanup that needs to be done. But let's just go with edge highlighting. Let's go with that. That seems like a reasonable place to start. I still have done nothing to improve my stream setup for painting. So yes, the microphone's there, the chat box is over here, the camera's right there, and is actually my iPhone. Here's the other point of view, and my computer is all the way over there. Yes, we're edging. Okay, not on this website. All right, so I did do some parts. These have gotten the edge highlight. This turret and the bodies still need the edge highlights. Okay. It's kind of weird being on Twitch and having my messages show up instantly versus YouTube's like a minute of delay. Yeah, YouTube is the primary stream as well. But I guess YouTube just has that as a thing. How's everybody doing? Happy the Wednesday, at least. Hope the week hasn't been too bad for y'all. Hello, Natso. How are you doing? Good to see all of you. And I think the music cut out. So I'm gonna go. This has just been all around. Oh no, the music is going, I just couldn't hear it. Not doing anything fun today. Worked. and now I'm painting. Oh, okay, Shoko's down. Shoko's down there. I worked. Work was slow. Slept in today again, which is not great because I want to do stuff in the morning. I just want to do stuff in general. Okay, looks like I did start to edge highlight this one. It was so long ago. Just came back in from spray painting. Awesome. Speaking of costumes, I did finally try on the Gallagher and lighter costume that I bought. Was finally able to try them on. Probably should have done that as soon as they got here. But I tried them on, and fortunately, they mostly fit. Hey, honey, great to see you. Honey recently had a birthday, so everyone be sure to wish her a happy birthday. Yeah, I wish I either had a friend with a sewing machine or had space for it, because I did realize as I was trying on my cosplays, I really should. I want to keep doing this, learn how to make stuff on my own or make adjustments, because they don't even make normal clothes for people like me. So the Gallagher costume, awkwardly enough, the pants are a little big, which it's kind of sad about. I like tight pants. It's just a personal preference. Gallagher has this like choker neck thing, which I have an absurdly thick neck. My shirts I have to get custom made because they don't make dress shirts for guys with necks this big and waists this skinny. So I did actually have to add a hole to the belt that was going around the neck in order to get it to fit, and it's still a bit of a tight squeeze. What I'm saying is I can't wear chokers. I got the Shoujo manhwa build. Yeah, I've been told that before. Believe me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. The massive neck is a real pain. So we're mostly just touching up the edges on this one. I can't believe I already did it. I wonder if you could just use a pelt as a choker. Probably could. And then the lighter costume, I broke something on his like gauntlet thing that I'm gonna need to figure out how I'm gonna repair. But for the most part, everything else fits, which is surprising. It's interesting these shady websites you order this stuff off of. The Gallagher costume might be a little bit too big outside of the neck related problems, and the lighter one is probably a tad on the small side. So this probably shows up great on camera, meaning red on red. Which, to be fair, I'm actually doing orange on red. Yeah, it's a whole like belt harness thing he's got going on. Which the one that they give you is made out of cheap fake leather. But yeah, I can't believe I've hit the point where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't actually play the game, I'm just cosplaying the character. Which is just, you know, a tired bartender. It's my spirit animal. Actually, 1 second. Grab the prop. The flask for the costume is functional. They knew. Starting off with the important parts. And then I'm mostly just getting ready for the move. Need to decide if going to Midwest Gaming Classic. Oh yeah, and then the other part about the cosplay. They fit, but I am a little less than thrilled at the ways the old washboards are looking. I have been slacking on my fitness, which fortunately ASIN is in like 2 weeks. It's not going to make much difference there. But as part of my move, I'm going to be getting my bike back, and I'm very excited about that because I really miss cycling. I gotta do a Ring Fit stream. I don't have Ring Fit. I'd totally do it. I don't know if anyone does. I hear supply is super low for it. I know it was for a while. It probably did. I think Kevin has it. I could probably... Oh, his stuff's still in storage from moving. But if I really... If there was high demand for a Ring Fit stream, I could probably get it from him. Adjustments are part of the process. I need an even bigger flask. So how long do I have until the move? Officially, also, don't worry, I have more than one flask. My lease starts May 16th, but it is also during ASIN. So I think I'll be moving after ASIN. But I have until May 31st to get everything out of this apartment. So I can slow move, which does make it a little bit easier. But I'd prefer to just get it done as soon as possible. I'm not looking to... I need to upgrade my furniture, but I'm not happy about it because I really hate spending money. If I don't go to Midwest Gaming Classic, that's more Dimitrescu sisters for you. Well, I don't want to get in the way of that. But I was actually just watching the commentary from Zarethia. Probably pronounce that wrong. And Derek Alexander, Stop Skeletons from Fighting, on their Faceball adventure that started at Midwest Gaming Classic in 2022, I believe. Which I didn't even know that Midwest Gaming Classic was a thing back then. It's just, oh, I wish I went, like... I was watching that video when they did the electronic stuff. When Zari was going over the electronic stuff, I'm like, oh, I know how to do that. So it's probably going to be a game time decision. See how I feel on Friday. Don't worry, not glued down. Edge highlighting is a fun step, but some edges can be a bit of a pain. Especially these ones on this smokestack. They're not the best defined edges. So it can be easy to miss them. Hope you dropped by. I was reading the prop policy and I can't take my hook shot, but at least it's mostly done. Oh, I'm sorry you can't bring it. I know Baird Center can be a little weird. They were very high security for Adepticon. With this lighting, the edge highlights are so subtle. It can be hard to tell if I did them already. But it's just because, actually, if I should just turn this one up a little bit, it should be easier to see. There we go. Yeah. If you do go, do you plan to take your Pokemon deck or miniatures to compete? I understand the limitations by train. I don't know if they do wargaming. I wasn't planning on it. My Pokemon deck is for non-standard format. So I don't know if they even do that there. I don't have a standard format Pokemon deck. Current moment. I could definitely bring the Pokemon stuff, but miniatures, no. Don't think so. And if they do have it, I imagine it'd be kind of like wargaming at ASEN. They have it, but it's just like this little thing off in the corner. That's not why I'm there. I'm there to prance around in a costume like an idiot. I could bring a miniature. There's some cat butt for you. Almost gave me a heart attack. if she... I did go silent. Because she unplugged my microphone. Goblin. I was saying if she ate my microphone, I'd have no excuse to not get a better one. Because I've been using this for probably a decade at this point. It's not exactly professional quality. Just hold it together with tape. Might as well be. True, it's a small section. You'll probably prefer the retro console area and arcade rooms, and pinball section is great too. Yeah, I would be all over that. Especially pinball. Modern pinball machines are a little... they're a little bit much. And also, electronically, they're not very interesting. But old pinball machines are amazing. They're fascinating. Yeah, and any wargaming stuff they have there it's not gonna compare to Adepticon. Been to a few retro cons with my family, and they usually have the big chunky pinball machines. They're good fun. Yeah, my old man has one in his basement. Alley Wizard. And it's just fascinating because there are no digital electronics in that machine. If you watch the hour-long technology connections video on the pinball machine, that's not the one he has, but it's very similar. The only thing you enjoy at them. I enjoy anywhere that has games and beer. And beer at Midwest Gaming Classic, right? I mean, it's Milwaukee. One of my friends made a pinball machine for their art college thesis. Big old pinball nerd. Yeah. That's what I like to hear. Also, I know I brag all the time about getting second place in the Warhammer Spearhead tournament in 2024 at Adepticon. I am not actually very competitive. Like, yeah, I did that. This year, I think I got 15th, maybe. No, the best viewers at Snapwave Online. I really need to get that bot that Perky told me to get. There's a bot that just takes care of those things. Take care of this. When are you getting a sub button, big dog? Oh, hey Jake, what's a sub button? And good to see you. How you doing, buddy? Is a sub button a thing I need to do? I am so bad at this whole streaming thing. It's what you get so the Doms know where to find you. Have I been doing this wrong this whole time? I thought I was just gonna wait for the. I thought I was just supposed to wait for the Doms to hit me over the head with a rock and drag me back to the cave. I will look into adding a sub button, Jake. I think. Oh yes, I have to hit my affiliate mark, which I have not, because I don't do this all that often or promote myself at all. And Twitter scares me. I think I am actually somewhat close to getting an affiliate mark. Yeah, Twitter is accessible. You need 50 followers, 3 viewer average, 500 minutes of streaming in 7 days, over 30 checking on it. You could chill on Blue Sky. I could do that. And maybe I will. I'm still like so bad in general. Why would you watch this? Why are you here? So yeah, I'm still at a loss of like how to chill a little bit. And I don't want to like annoy my friends with it. Just that's just not a good idea in general. And they can stop by if they want. I'm number 4 in the VTuber category right now, and half the people above me are VTubers. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't know. Does this like fall in the VTuber, or does this fall into the Warhammer category, or is this just chatting? For the vibes and the view. Well, thank you. Any good friend should at least have you on the background tab is the minimum. The biggest stream in the category is also painting. Okay. They're probably actually good at it, though. Okay, yeah, but like my friends like do things. Kevin is probably biking down a mountain right now. And Noah just disappears. I don't know what Noah's doing. Val's probably here, lurking as well. So, there's some friends. Okay. These have probably been sitting in a bin that's right there for a year. I remember the last time I worked on these was on stream. That's how long ago it was. I don't even know if I was streaming on Twitch at that time or if it was just YouTube. It took me long enough just to figure out how to stream on YouTube. It's going to be really fun as we're going to get to my favorite part soon, where all over this model are little rivets. And I like to cover every rivet in black metallic paint. You mean you don't just press the stream button and go? No, in fact, there are 2 stream buttons. Sometimes 3 stream buttons. You have to push all 3 of them. And if you don't, it's really embarrassing. I'm like, who would ever do that? And then you have to, like, think of a stream title. Do I do my retro stuff on OG hardware? Kind of. Give me a moment. I'm gonna have a little show and tell. So this is what I play my NES on. This is circuitry, scavenged from an old NES. It has a modification to do HDMI out, and it's in this nice titanium case. That's what I use for NES. Old man grunts. I also got some of these. These are FPGA clones. So it's about as close to original hardware as you can get, but they usually have expanded functionality. It's got HDMI out. This is for Sega Genesis. It is hardware emulation, not software emulation. So it takes an original cartridge. But it is running the ROM off the cartridge, not just dumping it and running an emulator. There's no software on board this thing, it's all hardware. And then, yeah, other stuff I use OG hardware, but I took out the disk drive, and this has a optical drive emulator, so it plays games off of SD cards. I have a PlayStation with that too. I do a bunch of stuff modding old hardware as well that I usually play on. Sorry, I like show and tell. But yeah, you know me, Jake. I try and do OG hardware as much as possible. But with bells and whistles so that the signal, the capture is all really crisp and clean. I'm the Dr. Frankenstein. No, that is Bringus. But if I had more time and space, I probably would be doing the same stuff. I've been trying to sucker somebody at work into joining me on some cursed hardware adventures. Haven't had any bites yet. But that is the kind of hardware I work on professionally to make things a little bit less interesting and fun than video game consoles. No, thanks, Jake. It is, and it pays the bills. And I'm working fully remote now, so I can't complain too much. Yeah. I used to commute out to the suburbs, which was also brutal. Honestly, ideally, I would like to have a job. I would have preferred it if I landed a job in Chicago. But the only places that were hiring were in my field in Chicago are finance firms. And they do a lot of high frequency trading, which I don't want that stress in my life. You don't think I can do? You don't think I'd be a finance bro? Me either. I struggle enough being a semi-tech bro. A significant amount of sociopaths. But you say lacking, which means there is still some level of sociopath in here. Okay, that's looking solid for the most part. I believe I had a turret that needs edge highlighting. Yeah, this also needs edge highlighting. Also, I looked into the copyright thing on my YouTube VOD for painting, and yeah, it's Still all up. The video's still up. It's just it just has a little notification that says, "Hey, the music is by Jazz Hop Cafe," which is what I expected. Just the music is by Jazz Hop Cafe. Yeah, it just sends them profits if I monetize the video, which I am a long way away from that. We shall cross that bridge if I ever limp over it. So my big goal with this new apartment is to be more organized, less clutter laying around for Shoko to knock over. Just bust out the Kevin McLeod if you're getting concerned about it, I guess. I mean, mostly the background music is so I don't go insane. Okay, so this is all really overkill, making these, and I just know. Oh, god damn it. 11th edition is coming out in the summer. These tanks are probably going to get discontinued from the game. I'm going to finish painting them, and then they're going to be no longer tournament legal. They will still look cool. But one of my big goals is to get enough painted to actually go play. Because I do not have enough 40k. I do not have enough 40k stuff painted to actually like play a full game. Yeah, people don't really care if you pay with unpainted models, but I care. I want my stuff painted. Some of the stuff, not this one, this one. This tank with this turret. Fuck that. $19 years ago. And it's just getting painted now. Oh yeah, there are. There will be events that run older formats and stuff. So yeah, I bought this one 19 years ago. And I'm finally getting around to painting it. Okay, I don't want to... Do I want to switch over to a metallic brush now? This one been edge highlighted? Yes. You know nothing about Warhammer and guess never considered? Oh! There are events for it. I'm gonna show and tell some more. And your boy here is a champion. Oh, I just realized the text is backwards. But yeah, this is my second place medal for the tournament last year. I had no idea what it was doing. One of the games in that tournament I played, they actually had a live stream for it, so I guess you could consider that the origin story. The only in-person new stuff you've seen is in Dingy Dungeons. Yeah, that's what the store... One of the stores I go to in Chicago for Warhammer, the basement, an unfinished basement, and that's where all the Warhammer stuff happens. And like in the stairwell going down to the basement, there's a sign that says "No Magic the Gathering in the basement," because they have card stuff all upstairs. And that sign of just no magic downstairs. I don't know, it's always funny to me. No, I'm surprised how hefty the medal was, because it was just for a spearhead tournament, which is kind of a joke. The shops somehow absorb all light. Are you sure that's not just the UK, Lauren? Been bright and sunny all week there. Oh. Here we go. I want to do... I can save that for later. We either switch to black and do some touch-ups on the black, or I switch to metal. And we start dotting the rivets, which will be a lot of fun. The black touch-ups won't take too long, so let's go ahead and do that. So what I want to try and do first... These paint pots have a reputation for collecting paint in the rim, and they don't close all the way. So right here, we're gonna do a little plastic surgery to get them out. Get all that dried paint. Let's get. Gotta be careful here so I don't spill paint everywhere. Easier way to do this. The spring actually pops off. pop that off like that. Here we go. Get all that dried paint out in there. Go ahead and close that back up. There you go. There's a pro tip to preserve your Games Workshop paints. Or you can just not buy Games Workshop paints. That's also an option. Oh, my gold paint secrets. Okay. So let me go grab one of those models, actually. I'll be right back. Okay, so gold is actually a very difficult color to paint. Because so the metallics in general are difficult to paint. Usually you get stuff like this. Which this is black paint with pieces of, I think it's titanium. There's little metal flakes in the paint, and that's how they get the metallic color. It is actual metal in the paint. The problem with gold, to make a convincing gold paint, you would need flakes of gold in the paint, which would make it very expensive. So a lot of gold paints you buy off the shelf, they're a little yellowish, or they're more brown, bronze. So this was a paint recipe by Vince Ventrula. I wonder if I can get it to actually be in focus. If I put a sheet of paper behind it, maybe I can get it to autofocus. Show up on this camera? Not really. So yeah, they use titanium in gold paint, and then they use like yellow paint to do a colored metallic, and that's how they make gold. But this gold recipe, it is mixing these two colors and also adding pigment powder and mixing it all up. And that's how you get this lovely gold color. The problem with this recipe, though, is you can't store it. You have to mix it and then use it because of the pigment powder and the way it all sets up. So otherwise, I would be using it all the time. I kind of wait till I have a bunch of things that need to be painted gold, mix up a little bit of this recipe, and paint. So I do actually, next on the desk, maybe after these tanks. Yeah, after the tanks, I plan on painting these guys some more and their backpacks. So I will be mixing up the gold, and we'll have that go off. So I do also have another model I need to paint gold. That's just been waiting. Now, where was I? Yes. Touching up the black. The only model you painted was just with spray paint. You don't have a steady enough hand. People talk about needing steady hands. You do need some level of steady hands. But most of this is all tricks. At least the way I paint. I can't do freehand to save my life. So you could look into that combo. You could just bring me the gun thing, and that won't take me very long. And you don't want to be spending $50 on paint you're going to use once. I could even paint it on stream. What else we got going on? But yeah, most of my painting, I'm actually just using the geometry of the model, moving the brush, or moving the model under the brush. And so this probably isn't showing up on camera, but there's just some parts where the black is not a thick enough coat. There's some red showing through. So we're just gonna touch them up real quick. Get another coat of black in some areas before we go and highlight the rivets. So, it dawned on me the other day, and by the other day I mean today, as I was thinking about Mega Man, which I do frequently. I bought Mega Man 11 when it came out. And that was 8 years ago. And I still haven't played it. Because I told myself I wanted to get through all the other Mega Man games. And then I just didn't. So that's why I'm doing it now. They're not that long, so I should be able to just power through everything relatively quickly. Especially if I do if I do a little bit of extra streaming outside of my usual Monday, Wednesday block. Which was always the plan. This Monday, Wednesday streams are supposed to be my committed minimum. Oh, the metallic gray primer made the engraving stand out? Perfect. Yeah, if they're thick enough engravings, it'll stand out pretty well on its own. You're in a similar boat with Kingdom Hearts 3, Jake? Yeah, I hear ya. So on stream, I just wrapped. Well, I'm almost done with Mega Man 3. We got a lot to get through, though. We got 7 games. Actually, more than 7. Because I will be playing Mega Man in base, which was the Japanese-only Mega Man game that released between 8 and 9. This one's looking pretty solid. I'm gonna have to go look up my... Yep. Thanks for stopping by, Lauren. You get that good rest. I'm probably only gonna be on for another 45 minutes or so anyways. This guy's head is, it's Christopher Lee. So I'll have to look up. I should write this stuff down in case the websites that I read stuff from ever get taken down. The recipe I use for painting skin tone. Because it took me forever to find one I liked. Okay. We're going to switch over to a metallic brush. And a dry palette, because the airbrush paint is thin enough as it is. Also gonna go grab a beer for this switch over. Because I need a steady hand. Okay, I believe I want the #1 brush. Move this water out of the way. I've said it a lot. This is one of my favorite paints. Black metallic. You don't need to thin it down because on the wet palette, it's an airbrush paint, but it's already really thin. All we're doing is grabbing some and dotting these little rivets with it. It's a very minor step, but it really pops, especially in person. And I might get a little bit quiet as I lean in close to do this. And Jake, I know you were checking to make sure that it's still Coors Light. Hello, Shoko. Help you? Only in the cans, because I don't respect myself enough to buy bottles. Good times. Which actually, when I do want to treat myself, because I'm a weeb, I get Asahi, which they have at the convenience store downstairs. Have I ever tried Korean beer? I have not. Your go-to is Rolling Rock these days. Taken after the angry video game nerd, Jake? I imagine Korean beer is a lot like Japanese beers. It's similar. So unashamedly love PBR. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Jake. And you know me, I'm the last person to judge someone else's taste in beer. Did I get all of them? I think so. I think I got all of them on the top. Now we move to the side. Once in Korea, I missed the last trains and spent the night at a fried chicken and beer joint with a 24-hour PC cafe attached until the trains turned on again. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I would fall asleep. When I was in Japan, I did miss the last train. Well, twice. That was intentional. But that's because I was at Golden Guy. But I just walked back. It was only a mile or two. It was nice out. And I was drunk. God, love Golden Guy. Very tedious part. My paint scheme right here. But I really love the way it looks. Do I read Warhammer 2? Do I read the Warhammer? No. Actually. I'm pretty up to date on the lore, just from like lore videos. I read the books a while ago. It's just not something I have a ton of time for between everything else I'm doing. Why, you've been reading the books? If it's something that interests you from afar, though, yeah, I will send you a video with some recommendations if you want, because there's a lot out there, and a lot of it is crap. Some of it's really good, but there are also a lot of bad Warhammer books. Like, I know the Horus Heresy series is 60 books. Maybe 20 of them are worth reading, and only 10 of them cover the main story. They really milked that series. Been meaning to read more as you're wrapping up your masters. All right. Well, I hope your wrapping up with the masters goes well. I'd love to read more in general, too. Just only so many hours in the day. And most of my free time that isn't, I'm either unsuccessfully trying to work out or unsuccessfully studying Japanese. It's 8:30. Okay. Gotta start moving again. Yeah, it's been really hard for me to get time in the water to swim, which is what I would love to do. Running, I don't like running, especially when it's cold out. I've been able to stay on top of the weights for the most part. That's been my most successful way to stay active. But I'm really excited to get my bike back. I love cycling. Alright, that's all the rivets there. Now we just have to get the ones on the front, which there are only a couple. Hate running, but I'm trying to figure out the move because I've resigned myself that I need purpose with exercise through some sort of competition. Oh, see, I am very much the opposite. I tried joining a running club, and I didn't care much for it because They were very focused on like training for marathons and stuff. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm just here to sweat and drink beer afterwards. Sam just ran a marathon and said he will never run again. Oh, a friend of mine did a half marathon a couple years ago. In the past, I did the 5K open water here in Chicago. They also now have a 5K swim in the Chicago River. Unfortunately, I'm not quite in shape for that, but I do want to try and get up there sometime and do it, because that would be really cool. Okay, so these metal rivets are a little bit smaller. They're not going to stand out as much. Sorry, I'm a little on the quieter side. This is the part that requires a bit more steady hand. Beer. Here's the beer. Nothing wrong with being locked in. Amen to that. house has really tiny rivets. We have a turret and then another chassis. And that's probably what I'm going to call it a night. Oh, I should probably hit these while I'm at it. Yep, these have some rivets. Hit those. Quick little couple dots, not much. This weather's nice, but unpredictable. I'm debating taking my brown Leon jacket. It'll cover my harness so the Amish people at Union Station don't judge me, at least. That's not a bad idea, actually. I'm sure the Amish people will still judge you, though. I'm sure they judge everybody at Union Station. Oh my god, the first time this happened. It was the first time this happened. I guess this is just a thing that can happen. When I was at Union Station to go to Adepticon, I was just waiting in the Grand Hall, and this guy came up to me, who was not Amish. At least I don't think so. And he looked like who was it? The actor in Clash of the Titans. Sam Worthington. Yeah. So just like, you know, your 2010s buzzed head, attractive man. Yeah, Sam Worthington. And then he goes, hey, do you want to join me for I'm just waiting for my train. Would you like to join me for a Bible study? And I just thought, yeah, no. No, thank you. Try not to be an ass about it. I am the last person you would want to invite to a Bible study. But I guess that just happens at Union Station. I don't know. I've never had anybody just walk up to me and invite me to a Bible study. There's been a lot of that downtown here lately during big events. Okay. Well, like in Chicago, there's the Jehovah's Witnesses. But they stand out a mile away, and they have signs. Alright. Last thing for the night, we're gonna be hitting this this chassis with the black gold, not black gold, black metal. Okay, that one's gonna need some cleanup later. Which you can always do when painting. Always add more paint. I wonder why I'm such a slow painter and then I do stuff like this. Right about these ones. To the other side. as I wrap up here. We've just got the front left. All right, that is all the rivets. Got it in black metal. Still, not gonna say far from done, but these tanks still got plenty of work to do. Gotta highlight the black, highlight the silver, clean up the red, do the washes, get this guy's face. This lovely vampire's face. And I just realized edge highlight him because I haven't done that. All my attention was on the tank. But yeah, so wrapping up. My stream it's Friday or Sunday. If not, I will definitely be back Monday for continuing Mega Man Mondays, and we will wrap up Mega Man 3 and plow through Mega Man 4. Other than that, thanks for stopping by, everybody. It's appreciated. If you have a good rest of your week, hang in there.